A givre is a mythical creature similar to a dragon. In legend they were portrayed as serpentine creatures who possessed venomous breath and prowled the countryside of medieval France. The words givre or serpent and givre are spelling variations of the more common word vouivre. Vouivre in Franc-Comtois is the equivalent of the Old French word givre. All these forms are derived ultimately from a Latin vīpera, as is English viper. Description and habits. Guivre were said to possess a long, serpentine body and a dragon's head. The givre had horns in its forehead in some accounts, as well. Locally in France it was known as an extremely aggressive creature that would sometimes attack without being provoked. They were afraid of naked humans, and when saw them, blushed and looked away. Documentation points to the residents as being in small bodies of water like pools and lakes, forests, and any damp place. Also found in Europe. Le Guivre, Samson of Dol was present at an encounter between a small dragon-like creature and a priest. Samson had come to visit St. Suliao with an entourage of followers. Suliao was impoverished but sought to provide a meal as best as possible for the group. One priest, uneasy with the low quality of food, took a bread roll and hid it under his robe. Almost instantaneously he started convulsing and Suliao pulled apart his bosom, seeing what the man had done. He admonished the priest and removed a hideous serpentine creature from the robe. He exorcised it and then compelled another man to throw it from the roof of a building in Gare. Vouivre. Guivre are also well known as vouivre, and the terms have become synonymous. For example, in the Drac, French tales of dragons and demons, the vouivre is depicted as a female creature with dazzling, green scales which emanate sound as the vouivre flies. The vouivre is depicted as greedy, her head crowned with pearls and a golden ring about her tail. The beast in this story stayed in a cave for most of her time, then left to bathe only for a few minutes. Literary use. In Steve Alton's The Loch Ness Monster is originally thought to be a givre which got into Loch Ness through moray firth. In the 1989 film the Vouivre was a wood nymph. Bibliography. Schuker, Carl. Dragons, A Natural History. New York. Barnes and Amp. Noble Books. Rose, Carol. Giants, Monsters, and Dragons. W. Norton and Amp Company. Dickens, Charles. All the Year Round. Oxford University.